Yo, what's good, people? Izzy Max here, back again for another VGC Draft League match. This week I am against Heisenberg. As you see on the layout, his team is very dynamic. His speed tiers are a little weird, with 110 being the fastest speed he has, but he does have that Colossal with potential to boost up with weakness policy and with the steam engine. But I feel like we have a pretty good squad this week, so we're going to go ahead and jump in the match. I am bringing Inteleon because Snipe Shot will ignore the Gastrodon. This is Flying Silvally. I can pair this with the Dugtrio to trap in anything I want, just so he's not switching around trying to get initiative. And of course, we have the Gallade Persian combo that's been working so well for us this season, as well as a weakness policy Dragapult to kind of pair with the Inteleon if we need it to, because the Inteleon does have Ice Shard this week. We are going to fast forward a little bit. I knew out the gate what I wanted to bring, so it wasn't such a big deal. But as you see, he is going to lead the Raichu Colossal, so I was honestly afraid of Scarf Surf from the Raichu. So here, I'm just going to do a safe play. I know if I don't let the Colossal proc its weakness policy, it's not going to have a lot of damage output. So I am just going to start boosting up my Gallade by itself instead of with beat up, and I am just going to fake out the Raichu so it can't surf. It can't fake me out because Persian is faster. EV'd it faster by 1 point than the Raichu. And here we go. We are going to Dynamax. On his side, he is also going to Dynamax his Colossal. This takes forever. So there's the Colossal. And like I said, its damage output isn't going to be great without the weakness policy proc. I honestly don't even know if it was carrying weakness policy. I never let it try. But here we do get staticked by the Raichu, which is unfortunate because we can't boost ourselves up because we are now going to be slower than most of the things he has. But Raichu is just going to go down here to the Max Knuckle, which is a huge deal. I needed that Raichu gone. As here, we just see the Max Volcalith, and it goes into the Persian, so he is targeting my support mon. As you see, it does a little more than half, which is kind of huge. We are going to proc the Citrus Berry, and Persian is going to get just above half, as Persian here is kind of useless at the moment. I feel like Gallade is in a good spot since the Raichu is gone. It can't nuzzle us, it can't proc the weakness policy with Surf, it can't set up screens. That's another set I was kind of afraid of, was the Raichu with screens. So I am actually Infiltrator on Dragapult. As we see here, he does just go into the Serena. I am completely ignoring this Colossal. Like I said, if it can't set up, I'm not worried about it. And based on the damage on the Persian, it is special. So here I am just going to attempt to beat up. I know it's probably not going to work. And this is going to be a super, super bulky Serena. As you'll see in this next turn, it actually lives this Max Mindstorm, and I am at +1. So it just barely lives. I don't know if it was a roll. It doesn't really matter. But here it will just end up knocking out the Persian, as it is now faster. So Persian goes down here, and this is when I find out that the Colossal is 100% special. Based on this damage, it's not too much. He does now have both Sun and the Volcalith rocks. So Gallade is taking some residual damage pretty heftily, and the Colossal did kind of get a boost. And the Sun means I can't really go out into my Inteleon. That is kind of what I wanted to go out into. I was like, alright, whatever. We'll just go into Dragapult. And nothing really wants to take a Phantom Force on his team. So here I am just going to Knuckle one more time to get to +2. And it will give my Dragapult a +1 boost as well. And I know Serena's just going to drop. But this actually helps in the later turns, you'll find out. Since Phantom Force, you can't tell what it's targeting. It goes through Protect. It actually breaks Protects. So this is kind of a safe play. I didn't know if he was going to try and target my Dragapult. with the Colossal, so if he did, I just kind of got a free turn of damage. As you'll see here, he doesn't. He ends up needing to get this Gallade out of the way. This Gallade is a problem. And this next turn, I wish I would have targeted a little bit differently, but I was afraid I was going to drop to the Vocalith. I wasn't running like health calcs or anything, so I wasn't quite for sure. But here he sends out the Goodra, and I was kind of afraid of the Goodra. Depending on its set, it could really put in some work based on what I have left. My team this week is relatively frail. So here I thought about going for the Goodra. I wish I would have, because I think it would have killed, which would have saved me a differential point. But I ended up just going for the Colossal finally. This thing needs to go. As it does just go for the Protect, which is why Phantom Force was so safe. So Phantom Force here does about half, I think right at half, and it ends up breaking the protection. And then Close Combat comes in and is just able to knock out the Colossal. So now we're just down to Goodra, Gallade, Dragapult, and my Inteleon. So I'm feeling pretty good. As we see the Draco Meteor here, and it does reveal that it's actually a Life Orb. So Dragapult's obliterated. There's no chance that thing's living. But it dropped its offensive prowess. So now I am 100% not afraid of it at all. Gallade is low on health, but I think that was the last turn of the Vocalith. So I know that Inteleon with Ice Beam is Life Orb, and then the Gallade, based because it's +2 boosted, can kind of just deal with the Goodra. As you see here, the Ice Beam actually doesn't do as much as I thought. I know Goodra is fat, especially defensively, but it does about 40, which isn't terrible damage. And then Close Combat here is just going to be able to knock it out. So we do take the clean 2-0 in game 1. I'm not changing up too much for game 2. I'm going to do the same lead with the same Mons in the back. I don't really need Silvally Dugtrio. There's going to have to be a lot that he changes in order for me to bring that for game 3, if there is one. But I'm not too worried. After seeing how much work Gallade put in, I'm not... I just don't really think a change would be necessary. So here he actually leads the Gengar Serena, and I know he led the Serena to stop my fake outs, and I have a feeling he's trying to set up Trick Room, which I cannot let happen. So I am just going to Max Mindstorm into the Gengar and Snarl to break its Sash. If Trick Room went up, I feel like I would have been in kind of a troubling spot, because my team this week is relatively fast. I cut Ferrothorn last minute for the Silvally. Just because if the Colossal was trying to set up with the Steam Engine and the Scarf Surf from a Raichu, I do have the Swamp, the 2 pledges, with Silvally and Inteleon. So I figured I could do that if I need to, but I need to deny Trick Room. He knows I'm not going to proc his weakness policy or his Steam Engine, and Gengar is kind of a threat. As we see here, he is just going to Dynamax the Serena, which I think is a good play. Serena is a great Dynamax mon. It's super bulky, and great shiny. Great shiny, by the way. But I don't think he was expecting us to straight up hard target the Gengar. I think he was expecting us to beat up. As you see, that Snarl does about 35 to 40%. And then we're just going to double stop priority because it is Queenly Majesty on the Serena. And then Gengar goes down here, and now I knew it was trying to set up Trick Room, so I have a feeling that the Mons in the back needed Trick Room, so I'm expecting Gastrodon and Colossal. Because other than that, his team is relatively slow. The only thing he could bring in that is on par with speeds is Raichu. Raichu and Gengar are his fastest mons, which kind of helps me prep for a lot of other games in this league because my speed tiers are way faster than anybody else's, so I can build super bulky mons. And it's not that my whole team is fast. I do have really good tiers. It's just my faster offensive mons can be bulky because they're not trying to outspeed anything in particular. So here I do end up just rocking off the bulk up or the beat up. After the game, he told me he didn't think I would have it based on what I was showing because I didn't try it game 1 or turn 1 of game 2. So this kind of caught him off guard, and this is kind of when the game just went downhill because this animation takes so long. They need to speed this up. But now I'm at +4 with the Psychic Terrain boost, going for a max Mindstorm. Like, nothing other than an immunity is going to live that. And Serena just goes down. So there's his max Mon out of the way. It did relatively nothing. Persian was able to take a hit. As he goes for the Scald, trying to get the burn. If he would have got the burn, I would have just beat up again to get to +6, so it wouldn't really have mattered. But he has Raichu in the back, so this game is pretty much a wrap. He does end up forfeiting, knowing that he has no way out. I can just snarl, fake out, or snarl, or beat up, or just parting shot, and get initiative. He's probably going to fake out with the Raichu. I'm going to max Overgrowth the Gastrodon, and it's going to be game. I feel like I just really prepped very well this week, knowing that I had a way to deny Trick Room with these 2 Mons, knowing that I had a way to boost up and kill Colossal with these 2 Mons. If he was a special Colossal, he wasn't doing any damage to my Gallade, because I am AV, and Persian helped me fix the Raichu problem if it was Scarf Surf. So overall, I feel like I prepped really well this week. Didn't really give him an option to do what he wanted to do, which was my plan. And yeah, so that's just the game. We ended up winning. We are now 4-0 plus 26 or something. We are technically in first place based on differential, but based on games played, we are in second. The other guy who is undefeated, also 4-0, hasn't dropped a game yet, and I did drop that one game to Carlton week 1. But I'm super proud of where we're at in the league. We are kind of dominating as well as Damon is. So I'm looking forward to playing him. Hope it's not too soon. I kind of want to keep going before we have to fight. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please do leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Really appreciate it. Trying to get that 100 sub mark. Also, if you guys would like to see team builders, let me know in the comment section down below. I can do it. It's not going to be a big issue. I just don't want to draw these videos out if they don't have to be, or I can do it as a separate video. So if you guys would like to see that, just let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.